IMAX 3D. But yeah, definitely was better than Fall Empty and Doctor Strange, but I mean, midway through the summer. Just finished watching Thor Love and Thunder. IMAX 3D. Wow. I watched film twice in the same day. I think I've done enough. I mean, it is better than I was expecting it to be. Not didn't blow me away like Top Gun. I think that was a better film. Oh, すいません、ありがとう。Right. Oh, looks like it's gonna. Look at that. Looks like storm is on our way. Yeah, definitely. Top Gun was a better film. Much better film than this one. But in the same token, ooh, look at that. It's quite a sight, isn't it? Okay, just a moment. There you go, just the colors there. There's a pretty sky out there, isn't it? But yeah, definitely was better than Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think definitely Chris Hemsworth as Thor is a much more watchable character than Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I mean, Cumberbatch's attempts at humor kind of fall empty in Doctor Strange, but here in Thor Love and Thunder, I mean, yeah, comedy bits are not that bad. I mean, not uproariously funny. I mean, I would recommend if you want to see that kind of quest-filled adventure with bits of comedy, Kingpin by the Farrelly brothers. I think that's best in that type of genre. But as well, I mean, I think that kind of zany comedy with romantic elements and action adventure, Stephen Chow films like Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle. I think definitely those are. I mean, I think that's what Thor: Love and Thunder kind of aspires to be. So I strongly recommend Stephen Chow films. He really knows how to mix all that comedy and action. But yeah, was it 4DX, Screen X, or IMAX 3D? I think give the edge to the 4DX, Screen X version. Yeah, again, when Thor just he throws down Stormbreaker and then just left and right screens just perfectly in sync to bring the images in full kind of 370 degrees. Oh, it's just phenomenal. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think just for a fun time, definitely watch it again in 4DX, Screen X. I think it's a better version than the IMAX 3D one. So I think, yeah, I mean, it's just kind of generic brawls as far as kind of action and the fighting scenes. It's definitely just all about brawn and about muscle. I mean, he doesn't really have to think his way through any of the... He doesn't have to think... Thor, that is. He doesn't have to think his way out of any of the fights with Gore, the God Killer. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know why, like all of the Thor, Marvel, that is, still has that problem with villains. I mean, wow, they're so generic. They're just the same old, trying to be the Joker, pretty much. So definitely, as far as the villain of the film, not really. I mean, yeah, not really that great. I mean, for lack of a better term. But as well, by the end of the film, I mean, it's just kind of all the stakes that they try to set up is not really that suspenseful, because everyone's gonna come out pretty clean from it. I mean, even Jane Foster, after her sacrifice, get to see her in Valhalla. Good. I mean, doesn't really leave much of a kind of impression, at least by the end of the film. What other things? Yeah, not bad. I mean, not great. Not a great film by any stretch of the imagination, I'd say. Great to hear Guns N' Roses and Dio in that booming IMAX sound system. I mean, grew up with that music. Someone's gonna love it. But yeah, Thor, Love and Thunder, not great. Not terrible, but just so-so. But yeah, I don't know, if you're gonna check it out, I'd recommend the 4DX Screen X version. I think that'll give you a different experience, definitely. IMAX 3D, just same old thing. Same old. Actually, the Jane Foster character, I think a little bit of a missed opportunity there. I mean, they have it pretty well set up with kind of like what's at stake and kind of her limitations with using Mjolnir. But they could have used that ticking time bomb to really good effect, but they didn't really do that. There's just really one scene where we see that the effects of using Mjolnir has its toll on her. But that's about it. They didn't really use it as a kind of... they didn't use the rhythms of... They didn't use the rhythms of that type of plot device? Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, Natalie Portman, Chris Hemsworth. Natalie Portman seems a little bit bored as far as whenever she's on screen with Chris Hemsworth. But I mean, Chris Hemsworth, he's pretty likable person. I mean, so I think that was a bit of a missed opportunity to really kind of play with that, to make the audience kind of understand the heavy toll that it takes on Jane Foster whenever she uses Mjolnir. So then by the time climax of the film, when she finally comes in to save the day, could have been really, really kind of like powerful. But yeah, it didn't really go that well, I think. So missed opportunity as far as writing that part of the story. But yeah, entertaining. I mean, missed opportunity. I think Jane Foster and also Christian Bale's character, Gore. He plays it off as a kind of, evil clown-like character. So I mean, nothing really kind of new there. Check that out. I don't know if the camera will catch reflection while they're playing the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer out in the building here. But yeah, that was twice. I think maybe once a little bit too many. But yeah, thanks for watching. But I think as far as that type of action adventure with bits of comedy, Definitely Stephen Chow films. That is the way to go. I mean, he really knows how to kind of, he really knows how to pull heartstrings and kind of not be too distracting with the rest of the action. But at the same time, I mean, it always comes as a surprise. I mean, I think that's the great thing about Stephen Chow films, that the romance part of it always comes as a surprise, and it just really feels deep. But yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. I mean, the romance part of it is not really, not that great. Won't be able to articulate it better than I can at this moment. But definitely better than Doctor Strange. Like, that was just totally flat. I mean, they just airballed that part of the story. But so far, I mean, midway through the summer, and yeah, it's still Top Gun Maverick. That's the movie to watch.